Hey, welcome back. I hope everybody is having a great Wednesday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, everybody, we're going to be looking at the next figure of the Turtles Grayskull line of Wave 4, and that of Stealth Ninja He-Man by the Ninja Power of Grayskull. We'll take a look at the figure in the packaging only, but of course, once I do get my second version of this particular He-Man, I hope you will come back and join me for doing a full unboxing. But today, we'll look at the figure in the box only, and the artwork it comes with. Now, I've got some mixed feelings about this version of He-Man. Mostly good, but one thing I wish they could have done a little differently with this version of He-Man, and we'll talk about that during the review. But, of course, if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope everyone hits that like button, and thank you so much for doing that. Hit that notification bell when you know I upload new videos, and please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe. Without further ado, let's take a look at Stealth Ninja He-Man. Okay, so here we go. So you got, of course, you got He-Man and Leo right there on the top two corners right there. You got the Turtles Grayskull logo, the Stealth Ninja He-Man by the Ninja Power of Grayskull with those, I would say, oozed out purplish rocks blasting around it right there. And there's old He-Man in the packaging. Like, it looks really, really good. Really cool. Cloak right there. Some turtle-esque armor as well. Got the Master Universe logo and the Nickelodeon Turtles logo on the packaging. Alright, pretty cool. There's his power sword. Alright, now the cloak is pretty cool. It's got that same design that we saw with that Skeletor design with his Turtles of Grayskull look right there, but it's green instead of black, of course. But really, really cool. Alright, now the one thing I will say, and you know I am a big fan of soft good fabrics. I wish the cloak was soft good, but unfortunately it's not. But still an amazing looking cloak right there. Alright, looks amazing. Of course, there's the comic, and I wish I could show you, a better look of the comic. But since the cloak is, in the way, but once we do unbox it, we'll take a look at the comic as well. Alright, now one more thing he does have, and it's right there, in the corner right there, is his mask, his ninja mask right there, that he can put on He-Man. Alright. Great design. I love the face sculpture. It looks great. It looks really cool. It looks great. Amazing. Alright. Let's put it on the back. The nice artwork right there. Glamour shot of him right there taking on Skeletor. And that same cape what I was talking about with this version of Skeletor. Nice. We've got Krang in the background right there with the ooze or the mutagen. Alright. There's the action call out where you can place the sword in the cloak right there. And of course the cross sell, and I do hope to get these figures very soon. I'm holding off for now because of the Serpent's Lair. Okay, I'm gonna know what's going on with that as far as pricing and stuff like that. So once that's taken care of, and I'm still on the fence. I'm still like half and half right now about that Serpent's Lair, if I'm gonna get it or not. But of course you got April O'Neil as the Sorceress. You got the Hordak. And of course Leo, and we're getting 3 versions of Leo in this particular line here, which is amazing. Of course, there's He-Man with that face mask. First, when I saw the photograph here of He-Man with that mask on, I'm like, well, where's that mask? So it's right there, basically, right there. Now let's talk about the goods and bads about this version of He-Man here. Now the good thing about this He-Man, of course, this He-Man right here is I guess the purified version of He-Man, who has gotten the oozed out of him, the mutagen out of his system, thanks to Splinter Skull. And one thing I do like about this, and I do have that mutated version of He-Man right here. So there's that mutated version of He-Man. Everything right there. And you can see right there, this little open-toe boot right there. And they did that same thing with this version of He-Man. And I like that detail, that little attention of detail, giving us collectors, like they continue the story here with this version of He-Man, with the open toe, with this version of He-Man here, in back to normal, basically. They didn't have to do that, but I do like that. I do like that detail, okay? Like I said, I love the cloak. The cloak looks amazing. I wish it was soft good. Now, the one thing I will say, the one negative I would say, is that, like that Beastman, that Turtles of Grayskull version of Beastman, if you take away all the armor, you take away the cloak and everything, basically what you have here is your standard version of He-Man. There's no difference between this version of He-Man or any other He-Man for the most part we've got in Origins, the vintage Origins line. Okay, and you know, so that's kind of a downer for me in a way, but it's still a great figure. Now, personally, you know, and I wish I could do this. I wish I'm a good customizer, but I'm not. I will admit that. But the one thing they should have done, you know, in my eyes, if you know, is maybe paint some oozed veins. Like he's cured, but still like on the mend right now. Like he's still, you know, coming back to normal. And I think that would have been a nice touch with this figure if they gave us some greenish ooze, like right here, with this version, like on the veins here, with this version of He-Man. Like he's back to normal, but he needs to rest. But being He-Man and being the champion that we all love and you know, and know that he's not going to rest. He's going to go fight Skeletor. He's going to fight Shredder. You know, like he's ready for battle. He's ready to help out and stop the bad guys, even though he's still weak from the mutagen. I think that would have been a nice touch with this figure, giving us some, you know, if you are a great, you know, customizer and a great painter, and you can paint some oozed veins in the arms here, in the legs, or maybe in the neck. I think, you know, if Mattel did that, I think this figure would have been perfect, you know, been amazing, but they didn't do that. So that's my one gripe, is the fact that if you remove all the cloak, the armor, and everything, basically what you have is your standard version of He-Man. It's still a great figure. I love, like I said, the cloak's amazing. It would have been nice for a soft good cloak and cape, but I love the cloak. I love the cape. I like the mask too. The mask is really cool. Right there. I love the mask that you can put on the figure. Now, for me, you know, if, you know, because I'm a part of the Double Up Club, you know, as a collector, in the inbox collector, it would have been kind of cool too if the mask was already included on He-Man, with the face right there, you know, in the packaging, you know, have it already there with the face right there, on the face, and on the, you know, I think that would have been a nice touch too. But still, this is a great looking figure, a great version of He-Man right there. And like I said, I like the fact it's like continuing the story. So this He-Man, of course, is purified of the mutagen. He's back to normal, thanks to, you know, Splinter Skull and the power of Grayskull. Maybe April, Sorcerer's April, also helped out in a way to bring back He-Man to normal. And also, this is kind of different, you know, in different packaging. You know, we don't have the bubble. I mean, the bubble has got this big square plastic, you know, which is more like standardized Turtles of Grayskull or any versions of the Origins line. It doesn't have this big square box packaging bubble right here, which is kind of, it's a little unique. Nothing too crazy. But I like the face sculpt. The eyes are a little bit, you know, wobbly. I mean, they're okay. Could have been better. But good job right there. And the face sculpt right there. The little toe right there. Like, he didn't have time to even change his boots. He's like, you know what? Nope. We're going to go out and we're going to stop Skeletor and we're going to stop Shredder right now. I don't care what I look like. Let's do it. Let's do this now. I like that. So let me know your comments and thoughts about this version of He-Man. Like I said, I do like the cloak. There's the power sword. No shield, no axe, no dagger, I don't believe. Alright. So if I'm kind of curious now, if the line continues, as we know it's going to continue with this Turtles of Grayskull, I'm wondering if we're going to get a normal version of Ram Man, back to normal, thanks to, Splinter and other figures like Moss Man, back to normal, in this line, and what it would look like, their normal forms in the Turtles of Grayskull line. All right, but there you go, guys. There's a look at Wave 4 Stealth Ninja He-Man. Right. Of course, I will be getting the other figures hopefully very soon. Like I said, I'm just holding off because I want to, like you, I'm very curious about the Serpent's Lair, about the price, what's going to be included, and stuff like that. So hopefully, very, very soon we get some more detail on that. I'm still on the fence about that particular play set. I'm more, I don't know. I really don't know, everybody. I mean, this is, first of all, as far as voting, I didn't pick that as my overall favorite, item to choose from. I think I chose the Filmation Attack Track as my go-to, my number one thing, and I think like all the stuff they showed off eventually will come to us, as collectors. But yeah, the Serpent's Lair was not my first choice. I think Attack Track, and I think the Horde Tower, I believe, was my second choice. So it wasn't like the bottom three as far as the Serpent's Lair. No, like I said before, I prefer the drawing they showed of the Serpent's Lair over the design they finally chose. With the play set. I like that the drawing over what we got. I think that design was cooler, and it was it was smaller. It's got the size of Grayskull or like I said, or Snake Mountain. Now we're getting this giant, this enormous play set again, and I can't even like put my Eternia play set out and because how massive and big it is. So anybody collecting these massive play sets, I mean, will you be able to do that? I'm feeling like a lot of people are at a min right now. And this is my personal feeling. Like, might not even back this up, because I think personally we were cheated in a way, with this play set here, because this is not what we signed up for. This is not who people did vote for that Serpent's Lair. Did not, choose. I mean, that design, that's what we wanted, and we got something totally different. And so I feel like we were cheated out of that. If you were voting and you wanted that Serpent's Lair. So let me know in the comments below, about the Serpent's Lair, the Snake Man line, about that. And in fact, that we're still getting more Serpents, the Rise of the Snake Man are still going very strong. And you know how I feel about that. About the Snake Man, now the Snake Men, in a way, are now invading the Turtles of Grayskull line with more of this, with that, brand is now affecting the Turtles of Grayskull line with the Turtles itself, with Shredder, and you have Rattler, mutated Rattler, and So let me know in the comments below your thoughts and feelings about the whole Snake Man line, if you want to. The Serpent's Lair, are you going to pass it? Are you going to wait and see, like me, about it and see what happens in a few more days? It's a couple more days, we'll get some answers to the questions. And I'm kind of also curious, what the price range is. I'm hearing about $300. I don't know if that's with shipping and handling and everything else, or that's, that's just the normal price, and you got to add the shipping and handling to that price. What's going to be included with the Serpent's Lair? I know we're getting that boned out version of Lady Slither, because we did see her on that throne, and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments below, your thoughts and feelings about the upcoming Serpent's Lair that should be coming out very soon at Mattel Creations. Okay, all right, but there you go, guys. There's old Stealth He-Man. Once again, once I do get my second version of this He-Man, we will definitely do a full unboxing, and I hope you will join me for that. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right? But there you go. So, of course, I'd like to take the time now, to thank my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit that notification bell when you upload new videos. And tomorrow, we will go back and look at that rattlesnake ring, and we'll compare that ring to the Grayskull ring from the Masters of the WWE Universe. All right? All right, so I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care, and have a good one, everybody.